Hey everybody, welcome back to Tommy's Tesla Tech and Travel. This is another comic book edition. We're doing an unboxing, and this is going to come with a little disclosure. I actually did already unbox this once for a video, but the audio didn't record that well. And I never actually got to the actual unboxing of the comic itself, so we're going to do it fresh right here for y'all. And there's one more caveat to add to this. I actually ordered this book before James Gunn made his big announcement for his new film, The Authority. And this kind of ties into that in a weird roundabout way. So let's get started. And if you haven't already done so, please give us a like and subscribe down below, and please give us a follow on Instagram and even on Twitter. And we do lots of Tesla review, tech review, and we do a lot of Disney travels and just travels in general. So follow and keep up with the adventures of our family here. That being said, let's go back to the comic book stuff. So I ordered this book right before February. This was like the tail end of January 30th, 31st. Because on my eBay account, I actually have it where I'll see some books that might interest me if they were written by certain authors or drawn by certain artists, things like that. I'm a big comic book collector. I've made no secret about that. I think they're safer than stocks for the most part. So a book popped up that was written by someone who I've met and gotten to know a little bit over the past few years. A great writer named Jeff Mariotte. And when I saw this pop up, I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool book. And it was not a bad price, so I went ahead and gave it an order. It was February 3rd, James Gunn went in to announce he's making a film called The Authority. Well, The Authority is an old Wildstorm comic, or Wildstorm title that was Jim Lee's company back in the early 90s. I believe they started in like 92, and Jeff was actually a writer for them back then. Well, one of the books that he wrote was another one called, well, let me back up a little bit. There's a character inside The Authority who actually shows up in another team that was also Wildstorm from, I believe, 95. And it was actually co-created and created by my friend Jeff. So when I saw this book, I decided to give it an order. And lo and behold, when they made the announcement, one of the characters that he created for this book was now in The Authority years later. So maybe I actually might get to see this character come to the big screen that was created by someone I know. And it just so happens, I ordered that book. So I kind of already tore the tape, but I haven't actually opened it yet. There you go. All right, here it is. The new Stormwatch, number 28, has a bunch of new characters in there that was created by Jeff and Ron Lim. Ron Lim was the artist and the penciler on there, and Jeff was the writer and, well, creator of some of the characters. And I'm sure they co-created the characters, but since I know Jeff, I'm going to give him all the credit. But the new Stormwatch, number 28, it gave birth to some new characters in there, like, for example, Blade Master, Comanche, Flint. But the one we're talking about today is a character called Swift. This is their first appearance. And later on, Swift would actually become part of The Authority. Later on, I believe written by Warren Ellis, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that just yet. And this is a beautiful copy. There's definitely a little bit of the wear and tear here on the spine, but that's kind of expected with black covers like this. The ink just doesn't really hold well, especially those late 80s, early 90s books, and especially the older copies. But I saw this book and it popped up for a decent price on eBay. And I love to collect things by the people who I love and respect and really admire their work, Jeff being one of them. I think Jeff is a phenomenal novelist. He's written some great books. I'll link some of his stuff down below. I've actually purchased a bunch of his books for my father who loves Westerns, and Jeff is a fantastic writer when it comes to Westerns. But he's also written some amazing comic books in the past, and like for Wildstorm with Jim Lee. So I thought I'd get this and cool. And then when they announced that this book, well, this character and The Authority is coming out, I'm really hoping they put Swift and The Authority in the movie. And I hope he gets a screen credit because that's really awesome. Something he made many, many years ago is now coming to fruition of true pop culture out there for everyone to experience instead of this niche community that loves comic books like I do. So I'm really happy and proud of him, and I'd love to have this book in my collection, and I can't wait to run to him again to have him sign my copy. So I'm one of those people that get all my books signed. Majority of my collection is signed, and a lot of it's on witness, which means it's not necessarily worth a whole lot of money. But that's not why I do it. I love it because I love the hobby, I love the collection. I do collect certain books that do have certain values and everything, because later on, when I'm long gone from this earth, maybe my kids will sell them, do whatever with. But books like this right here stay in my collection forever because they're symbols of a memory, a happy situation, or just, someone who I love and respect and really think is a great writer. Just acknowledging their work by having this as part of my collection. So cool. Can't wait to see Swift come to the DC universe, and glad to have Stormwatch number 20 added in my collection. All right, guys. Well, like I said, give us a like and follow down below if you haven't done so yet. And tune in for more comic book stuff, tech information, Tesla-centric information, and also just travels and fun in general. Like I said, we're a Disney family. We got a Disney trip coming up soon. So, in fact, watch some of our Disney videos. Maybe you'll like them. Who knows? All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye, everybody.